What it do, YouTube? This is Airborne Razor, and I have the very first episode of the series I'm going to be starting here. There was a clue that I was starting this series a few weeks ago in one of my commentaries, but this is going to be called Razor's Rants. This is basically where my normal commentaries, I don't want to clutter them with all the things in life and nature and everything else that I want to complain about. So this is just me venting over gameplay, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. Real quick, as you can see, I'm using the L118A with extended mags, and I think I'm using the Magnum for the 44 Magnum. I also have a throwing knife, concussion grenades, and I'll be using the assault killstreak setup. And real quick, just on that assault killstreak, I'm using the stray front in here, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the stray front is garbage. The only thing it's good for is giving your opponents a higher point streak, because all they do is take the middle one out, and there goes anywhere from 3 to all 5 of them, and they just got a 3 to 5 point streak. So right on that one. Another quick thing is we are just reached over the 40 sub mark here recently, and once again I just want to thank our subs for watching us and enjoying what we put out, and hopefully there's more to come as far as people enjoying our videos. So don't forget, 50 subs equals a 1,600 Microsoft point giveaway, and we are looking forward to hitting that mile marker if/when we do. So let's go ahead and roll into this commentary. Now, real quick, for all intents and purposes, the person I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to leave their actual name out of this, but people that I know that are watching this will know exactly who I'm talking about. But we will call him Joe, not because anybody out there whose name is Joe, but just because an average Joe. So for all intents and purposes, whenever I say Joe, that's the character that I am complaining about. Now, where I work at, everybody knows that I'm in the military, at least those of us that have been subscribed to us for a little while. And where I work at, there are certain people that handle our schedule. And what we do is we work 4 days a week with 3 days off, but when we are working, we work 12 hours a day. So total, we're working 48 hours a week altogether. And because we are in the military, we can have days pulled off if the shop is too busy, or they're projected to be busier. Like, we know that a day is going to be especially busy, or if we're going through certain exercises or certain inspections, we'll come in on our days off. Because that's just what we do. We're on call 24/7. There's no real off-duty time. But according to Joe, we do not work enough days in a week. Now, everybody else, at least the majority of people, measure how many hours a week they work, and that's it. Everybody, usually measures how many hours you work in a week, but he measures us as how many days we work in a week. Now, for this reason, he says that we should not have any comp days. Now, what a comp day is that's when basically, like, those days off that we work that I explained to you, we are on call 24/7. What our supervisors before did, if we had a day pulled off, if we had a day they got pulled from us because they were too busy and they needed our help, we would, they would try to give them back to us on a day that were projected to be extremely slow. So let's say one day we only have one, two, or three things going on, and they have enough manning, they'll give us a comp day where basically we don't have to come in to work that day to make up for the day that we did have to go into work on our day off. So he thinks that we are not entitled to these days off because, like I said, we do not work enough days in a week. Now, normally this is not Joe's spot to be running our schedule, but because he's considered upper management, and usually they do not deal with our schedules. They leave it to lower management supervisors of that nature. But he's trying to basically micromanage. He's trying to micromanage. He's taking everybody else's responsibilities that he feels he needs to be in control of, because basically this guy is extremely power hungry and feels that he's in charge of the whole squadron, even though, of course, he's not. That would be the commander. So he's basically trying to micromanage and tell us that we don't work enough days as it is, so we can't have any extra days off. Even though we work 48 hours a week. Now let me tell you, this guy Joe, he works 5 days a week. He has a normal set schedule, 5 days a week from Monday through Friday, and he has Saturdays and Sunday off. But he only works 8 hours a day. So in my 4 days, I'm working 48. In his 5 days, he's only working 40. So that's more time. That's more time on me spent at work in 4 days than he does in 5 days. And if he thinks that doesn't run a toll on anybody's body, then he needs to hurry up and get over himself, because it really does. Now, this doesn't just mean we're not only getting screwed out of our comp days, basically. He also believes that we should not get holidays off. And that means, Thanksgiving, Christmas, but that also includes some of the minor holidays, like, even schools get Memorial Day off. And what our supervisors used to do was, if we had a holiday that month, they would each give us a comp day, basically, for that holiday. Now, they wouldn't all be at the same time, because we still have to have people working at the shop, because we are 24/7 manning. But basically, they would sporadically put our comp days for the holidays, throughout the schedule. Our schedule's done on a month-to-month basis, and they would make sure that we have enough manning to be able to handle anything that would pop up. And if for some reason, like once again, they were too busy, they would call that person in, and they would just give them another comp day later. But yeah, this Joe believes that not only should we not just have, if we come in on a day off, that's okay. You know what? We don't deserve another day off. But he thinks that we shouldn't have to. We shouldn't be allowed to get holidays off either. So I'm not. We're not supposed to get Christmas off. Thankfully, the schedule is already done for this month, so I did. People did get their comp days for Thanksgiving, and luckily I'm normally off on Thursdays, so I did. I was off on Thanksgiving and had a pretty nice meal, but. I don't know. I just can't get over the fact that some douchebag really thinks that he has the right to say, even though I only work 40 hours a week and you work 48 hours a week, I'm still working more days than you. So therefore, you're not allowed to have any extra days off. And I'll tell you right now, if he missed one of his days off for any reason, he would totally make sure that he gets that day off. But yeah, tell me what you guys think below about Joe. Looks like we're about under time here. Tell me what you think about Razor's rants. I really do think I want to continue this series. Yeah, I did miss that right there. Little gay-ass kill cam, but look at that cinematic ending. Leave a like for that. I finished a total of 30 and 14, I think. 30 and 15, excuse me. So it's a pretty good game. YouTube, take it easy.